Mill. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Happy last day of March. Tomorrow is April. Tomorrow you should not trust anything you read on the internet. Well, today you should not trust anything you read on the internet. But tomorrow you should not trust anything you read on the internet. I feel like I woke up out of a fever dream. Somebody remind me to never read 300 pages of a book on the same day that I do stream. I forgot we had that emote. Hi, Aether. Have fun lurking, I guess? I'm conscious. What the fuck is that emote? I don't know what to tell you, man. Have a good lurk, though. We're going back to Cult of the Lamb because I want to beat Cult of the Lamb. That thing is nasty, throw it in a stew. Okay, hold on, Void. If you think it's nasty, why do you want it thrown in the stew? Surely that would make the stew disgusting. Rats, what day is it? I ate one of them. Numbers? That's too many numbers, here. You take back those lurks. Lurks? Numbers. Sorry, I read the word lurk as I was trying to say words. Who am I? Where am I? I don't know where I am. Like I said, I somehow read 300 pages of a book today. Most of that was done at home before stream because I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't say it. I can't say it. I'm opening up the video game. Oh, I'm in a menu. If I throw it in the stew, it will cook out and get its flavor canceled. Also, it's Tuesday. I have questions. I don't think that's how stews work. The flavors come together to create something. They don't cancel out. Okay, well they're throwing snowballs at each other. Is there snow out that I can turn into a snowman? River Boy? Oh, right there. Hi, River Boy. How you doing? You're normal. Nope. Talk to
Here,
River
add
Boy.
some zinc to your diet.
Do pennies have zinc in them? Pennies have zinc in them. I taste pennies. Sorry, okay, I need to stop. If I add spicy or salty and then add potatoes, then only the potatoes will be salty. If I add spicy or salty and then add potatoes, then only the potatoes will be salty. That's not true. Potatoes do absorb the flavor of what they're cooked in, but they won't be the only things that are quote-unquote spalty. So the thing about potatoes absorbing and canceling flavors is an old wives' tale. It just absorbs it. It doesn't cancel anything out. Yeah, it doesn't cancel anything out. I don't know what's happening up there. So Barnes & Noble is building a more... Barnes & Noble is building a more than $500 million 20K square foot store in Laredo. Not sure how I feel about it. Am I a bad person if I say that I want to go walk around inside of a 20k square foot bookstore? Or am I normal? Also, I blinked. 22k? 22 square feet? That's so many books. I can't read that many books. I can sure try to read that many books. I mean, you're not, but it's totally okay to want to see so many books. Okay. Well, now I feel called out. Hi, Jovine. Welcome back. I guess. Did I run out of gold already? Yes. How will the employees write little review blurbs for every book there? I don't think they have to do every book in the store. You would never see me again once I entered that Barnes & Noble. Oh my god, could they make it like oh my god, could they make it like an IKEA? Imagine an IKEA-sized bookstore with like the same winding... Oh my god. I need that. No, I don't. Why am I saying that? No, I do kind of need it, though. Alright, we'll let that go. Snow? Can I build a snow lamb yet? I need to do the thing, but I need... Snow lamb. If they made a bookstore that big near me, I would have to stop my streaming career. Because I would simply be... I would simply not be here. Would you just live in the bookstore? Yes. They can't stop me. Well, someone might be able to stop me. Not me, though. Well, I only wonder if it brings back the Borders, like, children area stage. I thought the... Hold on, I'm diving through my memories really quick because I know what you're talking about, and I know that Borders had that area, but I'm fairly certain that Barnes & Noble also had the children's section for a period of time. Because I vividly remember walking into the Barnes & Noble and turning left, and then there was a thing. But they had, like, the stage and everything. No, they had a stage at the one I went to. But I was already too old for the children's section, so I didn't really care about it except, like, running around on it, and then I would leave and then go look at all the young adult books because I was a menace. Barnes & Noble expensive. I hate to break it to you, Aether, but like books in general are expensive. I got really stoked this last weekend because I went to the bookstore. Well, I went to the library and then I went to the bookstore because there was a book that I had started reading from the library that I liked and wanted to annotate. And so instead of just trying to write down all my notes, I was like, let me go see if they have a copy of this that's used, that's pretty cheap. And it's Walden by Thoreau. And they had a copy of Walden that was $3, and I've never been so excited to see something be $3 in my life. I was so happy. Anyways. I've never seen a Barnes & Noble with a stage. That might just be a your area thing, Minty, because I can't go check because I'm in the wrong state for it, but I vividly remember my Barnes & Noble having a stage. My Borders didn't because my Borders was too small for the stage. I brought a snow lamb to life. What a weird shaped friend. I'm bringing somebody back to life. Who's dead? Well, I killed Sozo and I don't really want to bring Sozo back. Let's bring back this guy. I said I was gonna lurk, I'm having a time. That's okay. You also killed Sozo? He killed somebody, and then I think I said I was done. I've been a bunch around me, but sadly no dice. That means nothing though, because lots of stores in the country. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Why is that one guy having a rave? Is he a bomb? Is he gonna blow up and act like he don't know nobody? I can't do another feast for a while. I could do famine, but I don't want to do that, and I don't really need to do anything else. Hey! I'm angry. How do I kill Midas? How do I kill that motherfucker? I'm angry. What was I going to do? I was going to go make food because they're all gonna starve. Oh my god. I'm fine. I'm normal. I will kill that man, but it's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is horrible. I am fine and normal. I'm not fine, actually. Never mind. I take it back. I'm not okay. Hold on. Wait. No, I should go. No, I don't care about anything up there. Come back here. I'm gonna refill that. Okay. Wait! My animals! Hello. Do you like cauliflower? Hello, would you like a pumpkin? You need to be sheared. How do you like berry? Okay. Hi, too. Have a good lurk. Take care of yourself. Want to know something cool? I want to get into film photography. I was going to buy a used camera on eBay. Then I remembered my dad's old one from the 90s. It's nice because it was his while he worked at a magazine. My friend's into film, so it's actually pretty goated for what I want. So yippee, free camera. Hell yeah. We love free camera. There's so many rats. I'm not gonna go find them in Smuggler Sanctuary, but maybe I should go look for them in Smuggler Sanctuary really quick. Hold on, we're gonna go look for them in Smuggler Sanctuary because it's gonna bother me if I don't find these ghost children. Oh.
Babu, shbabu.
Achoo! Lamb Chop, what's all this then? You keep making a mess of the world. Look at me, poor fish. Cold as cold can be. Cold, harsh, hostile. Reminds me of me mother-in-law. Okay. Oh god. Well, I have nothing to save them at the moment, so we're gonna have to go make a run for it. Limbo reminds me of a bug. I mean, he is kind of buggish. Trader, look at the hint. Okay, then I'll come back during the night. There's a blizzard. I can't do anything right now, Aether. There's a blizzard afoot. Lodge? Sure, let's go there. Surely this will be fine. God damn it, why is it always the blunderbuss? I'm fine. I don't like these, it's fine. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine and normal. Hello everybody, I've been reading a book by a Russian person that just keeps reminding me of The Magicians, and now I want to read The Magicians again. And I don't need to reread a 3-book series when I have 16 books out from the library. 16? Yeah. Did you get more? Okay, so what happened was this weekend I took 3 books. I took 3 books back to the library, which brought me back down to 9 books out from the library. And then when I return my books, I always go and double check how many books are on the hold shelf for me. And there were 9 books on the shelf, 2 of which I didn't expect to be there. So I took 7 of the books off of the shelf and then I checked them out, and 7 plus 9 is 16. And that's all I gotta say about that. Okay, if I say what I'm thinking right now about Ether and his project count, I will sound mean, so I won't say it. Do it? Okay, but Ether, at least I finished the books. And I do finish the books. Although one of them I'm going to DNF because I was under the impression that it was a different kind of book, and now it is a type of book that I do not want to read, and therefore I won't read it. Boop. How could you do this to me? Easily. You made the penis hard DVD thing smooth, and then immediately we all went, it looks weird. You went, it does look weird. So, I don't know, man. Ooh, I could do heart up to vegetable up to that. No, he didn't give up on it. He just made it jittery in a different way. Hearts come out. Okay. You're normal. It was fine as it was. I think that it's fine to be a little bit smoother. It was just too smooth, and then that it upsets my brain in the same way that, motion blur upsets my brain. That's how I described it earlier, and I'm sticking to it. It just was too smooth. Hello? Oh, I've killed a man. That's fine. You killed it? I have a gun! I don't know what you expected from me. Do you guys want to hear about the practical joke that I'm gonna pull in my office tomorrow? And if you're anybody that works with me, you're not here. Actually, first of all, why are you here? Second of all, you're not here. Whoop. Twitch is dying for me. All I heard was too smooth, and I assume you were talking about the penis hard. Yes. Put Gullible on the ceiling. Okay, if I could get a ladder, which nobody's going to give me a ladder, I would put the word Gullible on the ceiling. But instead, what I discovered, okay, so do you know how your mouse works with like the way that it looks at how it's moving? You know how it uses light and stuff there? I discovered today because I was looking for things to mess with people's mice because last year I flipped everybody's computers and I can't do that again. I discovered that I have some washi tape stickers that are bubbles that are transparent enough that when you put them on a mouse, it makes it look like the mouse is just broken. Like, it doesn't completely block it. It doesn't make it look like it just doesn't work. It makes it look like your mouse is kind of broken because it only half moves. So I'm just gonna go stick washi tape stickers on everybody's mice. Except for the people who are doing important things later in the week, who I will not mess with. Anyways, I am a great coworker. I am not a problem. I don't know what you're talking about. How do you have time for this? It's not really that I have time. It is that I get there about an hour before most of the rest of the office does. I'm not dismantling people's keyboards to switch around the M and the N. Actually, hold on. Wait. I could dismantle one or two keyboards to swap the M and the N keys around. That is actually a possibility I could do to some desks. See, the funniest part of that is that if I do that again, they're just going to assume that it's somebody from the engineering teams again. Because that's what happened last year, is they all assumed that it was engineers that flipped their screens. It wasn't. It was just me. Forward. Oh my god, I can write you lost the game on the sticker on the bottom of the mouse. God, there's so many possibilities. I have a Sharpie. I can just go around and write different messages on everybody else's mouse. Ooh, why am I fighting a Christmas tree? Oh! That's just health. Never mind. I didn't need that. Come here. Oh, no. I have a Sharpie should not sound as threatening as it did. Would it sound more threatening if I say that I have 3 Sharpies? Because I have a fine tip Sharpie, a normal Sharpie, and then I have a chisel tip Sharpie because I actually don't know. I don't know why those are in my bag. Ooh, there is a whiteboard. I could draw loss on it. Why do your Sharpie tips match my soldering tips? Because the difference between writing and soldering is more heat. Jesus. I'm fine. I defeated a Christmas tree. Do the thing where you draw hidden messages that reveal itself when the whiteboard is erased? No. No, the Sharpie Expo marker trick does still work, and I actively had to show it to coworkers because somebody accidentally wrote on a try erase board with a Sharpie, because of course they did. Oh, a Christmas tree. Grimness. And then I did it, and they were surprised that it worked, and I was like, why are you surprised? I don't know why this works, but I know that this works. I also know that you can use... Oh, I know you can use Sharpie to erase Sharpie on some stuff. Which is fun. I tried to draw again earlier and once again experiences suffering because I don't know how to not care about how bad it is. You keep drawing despite how bad you think it is until you stop. Hello, Christmas tree. Your name is Dave, but I'm keeping you a Christmas tree. You get to be a fun new colored Christmas tree. That's really boring. Let's try that again. Okay, blue, you are. What Tchaikovsky said, the way I would have said it is a little less kinder, but it's still technically correct. Yeah. Blue mistake. Yeah. You realize no matter how much you improve, you're always going to think it's bad? Unironically kind of true. The way that I always think about it is that even if I am improving, do not feed them follower meat. Improvement is hard. And if you compare yourself to what other people do, you will always feel suffering. They look so cute eating grass. The important part is to keep trying. It's showing up and persisting even when it sucks is how you build that resilience. And it's not easy. More stone. What the fuck are they laughing at? You- What the fuck are you doing here? How'd you get here? Where are you going? How do I kill that man? How do I destroy him from this mortal plane of existence? I love this guy. This guy's great. What a friend. Effort is effort, dragon. Okay, no, that's a valid way to look at it. Also, Dragon D's nuts. Sorry, I couldn't not say it. It's been in my head all day. Just D's nuts jokes everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's a new one. You can't boo me. I'm right. There are D's nuts jokes. I am going to kill him. I'm gonna kill him. How do I kill him? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that man. I'm going to destroy him. I'm gonna turn him into mulch. I'm gonna turn him into mulch. Ooh. The way you get used to that feeling is low stakes art. I mean, horrid post-it doodles and pen, thumbnail sketches that are barely legible after the fact, just pages on pages of doodles. This is honestly where a sketchbook would come in handy. Like, go to the dollar store, get the shittiest sketchbook you can find. It does not have to be perfect, it just has to be passable to work for what you want. It needs to have a cover that you can cover in stickers or whatever else you want to make it look nice, and then you just open it, and then you just start drawing in it, and then when you're tired of looking at that page, you turn it over and you draw on the other side. And then you just keep doing that for a while. Who is becoming mulch? I've been zoned out staring at the wall. You are! Get in the machine. No, we're not turning time into mulch. We're turning Mini Midas into mulch because he keeps stealing my money. One surroundings affect one spirit. You are doing good work. Okay. Oh, I understand. It does help with the feelings. I'm more critical of my art and writing, and I haven't been able to just kind of lower my standards recently. I also think that at a certain point you build up a resistance to bad art that you create yourself. So, like, I've been writing my whole life, and there are definitely periods of my life that are very cringe and I will never go back and revisit. But I don't think twice about my shitty drafts anymore when I'm working on a project. I just focus on continuing the work. Like, at this point, there is a scene for Fae Tide, which is the story that I made the whole Fae realm for in my fictional world. There is a number of sequences from that I am now in my third or fourth time rewriting them because I really just want to get it right. And so I just keep them and then I go back and reference them, and I know that they're shit, but it's not that they're really that shit. It's just that they're a lump of coal and I haven't compressed them down into what I want yet. What happened if I give him offering? Wait, I can get more cloaks? Oh my god, hold on, they need to take all my money. I want hers. Oh, yes, it is perfect as I wanted it to be. Okay, hold on, I need to go back to doing fashion. Oh my god. I need to fix myself. Hold on, I need to fix myself. I need to customize you. Yes. Perfect. Wonderful. Everything I've ever needed. I think part of the struggle there is that, like, I never feel this way about my writing. I've never been bothered by my writing. I want to go do Purgatory. Being bad, because even at its worst I still enjoy my writing, which is the thing I kind of aim for in my endeavors. I think maybe it feels different because it's a lot easier to look at your writing and go, yeah, that was a shit piece of writing. I'm going to take these 3 sentences that I really like and I'm going to just use them again, but try again everything else around it. Whereas in art, it sometimes feels a little harder to isolate something that you really liked, especially if you're not doing it digitally, and go, I'm taking this bit out and dropping it over here. It's not impossible, it's just harder. What the fuck? When hit, spawn a tentacle. Okay, negative effects gone. Heal fully when entering a boss room is helpful. Increase movement speed. Okay, maybe this is fine. Wait! This book's not in this room. Okay, wait, hold on. 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 Are you still holding? Are you holding? You should be holding. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I read... Oh god, where is the quote? So, I keep doing this thing where I read books by authors whose books I've never read. And then I just absorb pieces of information from them. Do you think I could get in trouble for reading a segment of this out loud? Do you think the author of Fight Club will, like, go after me with legal if I break out these 3 paragraphs and read them to you? Do you think his publishing company will go after me? I guess that's the real question. So, Chuck Palahniuk, I can't say his name correctly, Palahniuk, author of Fight Club and many other things that are very, not grotesque, but maybe grotesque is the only word that I can think about right now. He made a book called Consider This, Moments in My Writing Life After Which Everything Was Different. It's very much half biographical about his writing process and the life that he lived as an author, but he breaks everything up into a number of sections with some practical advice on writing. And one of the later sections is just about process. And in the process section, he has a subsection called Process, the Good Writer as Bad Artist. So I'm going to read this out loud because I actually did really... I internalized this one quite a bit because I thought it was a good example of what you should be doing. If you're going to be a good writer, don't be afraid to also be a bad artist. Ray Bradbury painted, Truman Capote made collages, Norman Mailer drew, Kurt Vonnegut drew, James Thurber drew, Williams Burroughs blasted paint-filled balloons with a shotgun. Monica Drake, the author of Clown Girl and the Stud Book, paints the most perfect still lifes in oil paints on switch plate covers. She protects them with several layers of clear varnish, creating unlikely little masterpieces people come in contact with every day. Consider that some form of visual art will complement your writing. To recover from the colorless and limited world of abstract language, spend some time working with colors and tactile shapes. And this is something I've seen echoed in other things that I've read recently. So I read through a book called Daily Rituals, which goes through, I think it said it, I forget how many, I think it was like 160 or so different creatives and everything that they did every day to like, basically their creative process from like a daily sort of view. And there were a fair number of like multi-disciplined people in there. There were painters, there were musicians, there were all sorts of people in there. But I think it was really telling that for almost everybody, there was always somebody in there that was doing multiple forms of art at one time. And even Twyla Tharp, who I believe, I'm gonna get her name, I'm gonna get her profession wrong. I believe Twyla Tharp is a choreographer. A dance choreographer. She talks about working outside of your medium constantly, because if you spend too much time mired down in one side of the process, no matter how much fun you're having with it, you lose out on a lot of the creative process that you might get if you try to stretch the creative part of your brain, which I've talked about before. But the point that I'm saying here is that even if it's hard to accept making bad art, just know that you're stretching your brain in good ways, even when you're angry and upset with the art that you're making. So don't ever think about it as isolated from your writing even necessarily. Think about it as part of that process. Ow. And I do think about this constantly. Like, there's some things that are harder to lift in art. Like, I can't just lift up a line and then put that into everything I've ever done. But there are shapes that I draw over and over and over and again when I do doodles. Like, there's a very specific type of doodle that I've been doing since the age of 12. And I can literally, in my head, tell you that it looks a little bit like a dagger. And I've been doing it my entire life. It's nothing professional. It's just when my brain wanders, I start drawing shapes, and I always start at that point in that shape, and I know exactly how to do it, and I can see how it works in my head. And I always go back to it. And it's one of those things that it just gets my brain moving. You have aphantasia, right? Yes, not completely. I can still see things in my head, but they feel... I've talked about this before. I've always described them as feeling sketchy. It's kind of like drawing on an Etch-a-Sketch. Can you rotate the apple? No, but I can kind of halfway draw the apple. No, the way that I would describe my aphantasia is it is in Etch-a-Sketch, but the Etch-a-Sketch is always kind of gently shaking, so it's always kind of going over itself and erasing what came before it. I keep forgetting that that's how this works. Can you turn a sphere inside out? Can I? Nope. Oh god. Ow. Okay. mean, you can, but that's a lot of math. I don't want to do math. I want to eat hot chip and cry. I win. Everyone wants to eat hot chip, but no one wants to eat cold chip. No, because cold chips don't sound delicious. Never mind, I just thought about apple slices and carrot slices that could be chips, and those are delicious, and I do kind of want them right now. On the topic of aphantasia and picturing stuff, anyone else switch between fuck all, rough sketch, and picture perfect? Like all the time? No. I do dream in full color and reality, which is really jarring and confusing sometimes because I can't recall it when I'm awake that well. It's weird. Yeah, it's just a long time struggle for me to try and get into the mindset and approach that's not self-defeating. I do appreciate all the advice though, thank you. I just want you to make cool stuff and do things and live good life. Gambling. Ooh, maple. Yeah, same, very vivid. It's really weird because there's like some dreams that I had as a child that like I can still recall every single detail of because I dreamed it in such vivid detail, and nothing else I've ever dreamed or imagined has ever lived up to that. It probably never will. Wait, I need to go. Oh. Hold on, wait, can I speedrun? Can I speedrun? Can I speedrun? Can I speedrun?
Boop, boop.
In the boxes. No. Right here? Ah. We got found again, just like before. We were too loud. We didn't mean to. Was it our fault? Yes. Dave has reached old age. Where are you going? Where am I going? Oh, I need to go back to the lambs and then go find the child again. Oh, hello. Are you good? Leader, the strange starfish has been stealing precious gold and resources from us. It has to stop. If only we could trap him with those wolf traps, but all he cares about is gold. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's all these things that I haven't unlocked yet. You don't have it yet? Yeah, but there's things to look at. I need the exclamation point to go away. Not free yet. Okay, now I'm free. Okay, back to the sheep. Turn it in. I have a couple recurring dreams that I couldn't explain if I tried, just madness. No, that's very valid and real. I know a lot of people that have some weird recurring dreams that they've tried to explain the premise of, and I will never understand. You're a very talented seeker, Shepherd. Again. Midas's cave. We hide here when winter's at its angriest. Okay, so I have to wait for a blizzard to happen? Okay. I don't really have dreams, but when I do, I actually see not much of anything. I'll see colors and light, but I'll get very detailed audio. Interesting. I know I want stuff from the rot, but I don't want to build stuff from the rot yet. I don't have very good rot decorations yet. That seems like a problem for later me. I see worse in my dreams than I do 90% of my day. Interesting. Very interesting. Human bodies are weird. Okay, so there's nothing. Oop, nope, go back. Nothing there. No, I mean like so out of reality and laws of physics that they are just pure chaos. I don't understand them. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm not saying that this book is getting there, but the book that I'm reading currently, Vita Nostra, which again reminds me of The Magicians, has some moments where it starts describing things and I'm like, I don't understand where I am. It feels like a dream in that sense. And I've had some weird dreams that I can't tell what's going on, but some visuals will stick with me. I didn't read anything I have, and I'm not going to look. I suffer. Ow. Bones. I have some very clear dreams from when I was younger, which are all funny looking back at them, except the couple where I'm pretty sure I met my brain's version of God if I believed in God. You know what? That's always a valid time. The only reason it kind of makes sense is I can only picture things in my mind that I've seen before. That's so true and real though, Devil. Not Devil, time. Sorry, the chat moved and then I read Devil. I need to stop reading.
Hello, Twaiter and Rats.
Hi, Ibit.
Today's cursed B-Day fact is that oops, I did it again is 26 years old teehee.
Ibit, I hope you stub your toe and I hope you're having a good birthday time. Also, hi Devil, I hope you're doing well. The only dream I remember from childhood was a duck that would freeze me in place and then run at me to stab me with its bill. Okay, so either that's a nightmare. Maybe. I always have some variation of the same dream, but every time I get further along in it or take slightly different path or something stupid like that, I hate it so much because I barely dream. It's usually a time skip, but when I do, I have to get through it again. You can have it, Ether. People talk to me in the dream and I can't understand, not like they are speaking another language, more like in another medium. Gives me so much anxiety. I should play Chants of Shannara at some point that's about language stuff. There's always a weird layer of like playing pretend in my dreams, though. Whenever I'm embodying a character that isn't me, I'm always like pretending to be that character and other people are pretending with me and sometimes they don't and it's bothersome. Interesting. I'm playing Borderlands today, only 4 levels away from platinuming it. Hell yeah, good luck. Yeah, but when are we getting something that's 67 years old? Is it you, Ether? Are you the 67-year-old person? We can make you the 67-year-old person. Happy birthday, Ether! My age is unknown to the internet and it will stay that way. So 67 years old. Got it. Oh. Hello. What is this rot spreading across my mountain? Is this your doing, Foul God? You spread this burning rot to drive us away from our home. Oh, he is sick. He is becoming rotten. You will not win. I will stop you. I will be your greatest test and you will fail. Feed the fire or the flock. Give me all the rot burn you hoard, or all the food which feeds your follower. Well, I have no rot burn. Gods don't freeze, only the faithful do. Okay, so I had a little bit of rot burn, but I really didn't have all that much to begin with. So, like, it's fine. Besides, if I lose all my food, they will all die. Whee! It's not a deer, it's a dog. Okay. Instant recall is also interesting. My wife does a thing where suddenly she remembers something from days ago, an answer she was looking for. If I'm going to remember something, I remember it now or not at all. Ads are happening. We'll sit here and talk about this because now I want to talk about it because I'm fascinated. So I don't do instant recall either. Well, no, I do. I also just stew on answers because I don't remember it fast enough in the moment, and then I just stew on it for a while and then see if I can bring it up later. I'm usually pretty quick on remembering things, but also my brain I have some interesting memories. You want me to remember what I did this morning before about the hour of 8 a.m.? No clue. Do you want me to tell you exactly what I did on one Thursday when I was in 3rd grade and exactly where the cut was on my hand and the new hole that was in my jeans? I can tell you everything about that day. I don't know what's up with that. It's something to do with long-term versus short-term memory and how my brain accesses it, and I'm better at accessing long-term than I am at accessing short-term. Brain keeps turning on the problem until I remember or figure out the puzzle. Well, sleeping on a problem is a legitimate way to deal with a problem or like a puzzle or something. I forget what book I was reading that had more conversation about it, but there is a legitimate thing about your brain being able to essentially rotate the problem inside of itself for a while without you actively working on it. And I'm sure there's some more psychological studies on why that works and how it lets your brain kind of idle process it instead of like trying to focus on it. It's like the same thing as like when you play a game for too long and your skill level like decreases over time. So like you try a level and you do really well at it, but if you play that level again and again and again, you're probably going to get worse and worse and worse at it. Or if you're like struggling on like a boss battle. Like think about the number of times playing Undertale and Deltarune where I would get stuck on a boss battle at the end of stream, load it up 2 days later, open the boss battle, and immediately be able to like chuck my way through it without even like thinking about it. It's that kind of processing that your brain is technically doing when you're asleep, where it's like rotating through the problem and trying to figure out what to do with it. And then when you're done and you're actively looking for that thought again, it hoists up the thing. I mean, the night fight we had just started stream. Yeah, it took one try. I fought that fucking night for like 30 minutes. And it didn't work. And then I took 2 days off. I practiced it once in the interim. And that was it. I did it. Have a good time zone 2. Take care of yourself. Get good sleep. If you go remember a memory like X or remember a memory where you felt Y, it will never work. But if you mention something I can go off of like 4 steps and remember some random event in vivid detail from years ago, that's valid too. There's some recently, because, okay, so this is gonna sound hilarious, I guess. So I had to get new deodorant recently. Now, the deodorant that I've been using for the last like 2 years was not in stock in the store when I went in. So I had to look at all the scents that were available and just kind of pick one. And I picked up one, did not think about the scent. And then I smelled the deodorant after I took it home, and I was suddenly back in college. Very vividly remembering a day.
Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Stabby Stab Man.
Hi, Mr. Stabby Stab Man. Who are you stabbing today? I can sentence. And it's fine. It's not like the smell is actually like still triggering that memory, but it was just I hadn't smelled that smell in so long that as soon as I smelled it once, my brain was like, hey, do you remember in vivid detail this day of your life in the classes that you went to and everything that you talked about that day? And I was like, cool, great. What am I doing with this piece of information? Do I need this for anything? The answer is no, but my brain said you must recall. I struggle a lot with memory recall, and a lot of the things I remember, I recall them not as memory. I can go back to an experience, but it's a description, as though someone tells you about a party after the fact that you didn't go to. Yeah. I stabbers Ethor. What did he do? No, actually, never mind. Now that I think about it, that makes sense. I need more rot burn. So let's go this way, because I also need more health. Memory is such an interesting problem to tackle. I think about memory a lot when I write, because writing and memory are such interlinked things in my head. Because you rely a lot on, like, context and information and understanding about the world that you largely build up from your memories to begin with. So it's always fascinating to go and really examine what you are leaning back on when you're trying to write something and be like, ah, so this is why these kinds of images mean X, Y, or Z to me. I also think in words, and IDK how common that is. I think in words too, most of the time, but not out loud words. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm reading a book in my head, but I'm not actually reading a book in my head. Please don't ask me how my thinking sounds, because there's no voice. But I know the words that are being said. It's a really confusing state of existence that my brain lives in every time that I read. I figured out I can think two thoughts at the same time by using both words and not words. I can't do that, but I don't think that has anything to do with words and not words, and more so about, I don't know. Oh god. Wee! Sure. I don't know how to explain this, but I think in concepts, constructs, movements, space. You know what this whole conversation reminds me of? It just reminds me of my podcast class where my teachers started asking us to try and understand how we talk about the way we talk about talking about things. And it really becomes a weird meta conversation, and I don't know how to get further into it without my brain deteriorating. There's a dog outside and it is barking. want to poison things. Kind of like speaking something out of your mouth while having other thoughts in brain that aren't speaking or words. Kind of like talking out loud and typing. If I've been reading a book lately, then my internal narrator will often take on the cadence voice of that book for a little while, but otherwise it is just an undescribable voice. I don't even think mine's a voice, it's just a thing. Yes, how the fuck do you do that? Well, you see, out loud I say the words, and then with my fingers I type words. I don't know what to tell you. Out loud I say, "These nuts." Yes, thank you, Aether. You can have that one. Trader, do you have built-in subtitles? No, I need subtitles. I don't want to go in that door yet. Ah, I cannot have that room. There we go. My internal voice the other day took on Aether's voice, calling me an idiot whenever I was debating on whether or not to eat lunch and dinner. Yeah, because you should eat. Good on you, internal voice. Okay, now we can go fight a boss monster that definitely won't kill us. Why are there electrical pillars? I once honored the Bishop Hecate. My youth I dedicated to her. For so long she promised me power, meaning safety, so I starved to prove myself worthy. It amused her. Then Marcius set me free from hunger, free from gods, and I will repay him with your death. I don't like these pillars. I could not tell you why, but I don't like them. Oh. Ow. Oh god. Oh god. Nope, I'm dead. I could sacrifice a snow lamb. I don't know if I feel bad about that yet. Oop. Yeah, I know you guys are cold. You're fine. Don't worry, I solve problem. I steal, weird dog. Blueprint. Ooh. I actually kind of like the look of that. I don't know why. Actually, I think my thinking in words is a big part of why I have like really bad sensory memory. I cannot remember sensations or emotions beyond a textual description, which I think is why I often forget those things in my writing because they kind of don't exist to me because audio, I suppose. Besides audio, I suppose. I don't know. Because I have a similar thing, but then I don't know how to describe it. The way that I end up writing things feels kind of ephemeral. So when I'm describing sensations or places or experiences, it kind of feels floaty. And I think that's because I recall it that way. Like, it just becomes a fuzzy thing. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Shepard, I no longer know what is right and what is wrong. This rot spreads great suffering. I do not know what waits at the end of this path, but we swore ourselves to Yingya. We must continue. I made a new path for you. Wherever it leads, Yingya will be with you. Okay. Will she? Will she be with me, or will she be killing me? I don't like that axe. Anne. Meow. Where are you going? Anne. Hey. Yes, not in there. Yeah, you back up. Back. Yeah. It's almost like that isn't there for you. You're stupid. You will fall over. Don't you look at me, young lady, like that. She's trying to get into things that she should not be in. Now she's just staring at me. Dave. Okay, we have new Dave. Dog Dave. Yeah, I know you got the zoomies. You're fine. Oh my god. Nope, okay. I guess I need to go pet her. Hold on, let me repair this. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do sometimes visualize like how people move when I'm thinking, which sometimes gets me in trouble when writing because I want to describe very specifically how someone moves even when it's not always important. No, it's very important. Pet the Anne if you can catch her. No, she's gonna... Okay, maybe this might be more difficult. She's posed like she will run as soon as I take a step over there. Oh, hi. You're meowing. Do you want pets? Do you want to just run? Where are you going? Oh, yes, you're running. I got meow from her. I bongoed her so well that she meowed loudly at me. Because she wanted more bongo. Then again, I also can't visualize what I look like. Okay, I've got all sorts kinds of weird brain gunk going on. You know what? You motherfucker! Sorry. I'm normal. I'm fine. I'm normal. I'm fine. I'm normal and fine. He stole all my gold. I hate him. 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 I need to play relaxing drums. Dave, come here. You are now full of sin. I filled Dave with sin. He's just Robin Hood. Why are you mad? Because he is not Robin Hood. He's a little bitch. Should I continue with task of collect item or should I commit crimes instead? Crime. Crime. Wait, who's the one that's freezing? Hi Dave, you go in the hot tub. Oh, my animals! Pumpkin! I don't know what somebody just said, but it got caught by Automod and then deleted. Pumpkin. Pet. Don't worry about it. Well, I can go look it up. I feel like now I should be worried about it. What's the level that I needed to bring over here? Level 3 cowish. Is my cowish level 3? No, you're level 2. If I take you on a walk, will you level up? Hello, you're going on a tour. Whee! No. Whoop. Okay, hold on. I need to scroll up. Which the brain gunk isn't always good. I just had therapy today and then proceed to spend all day stuck in the mire of stuff I should talk about and kind of only talk about in therapy, so now I need more therapy, but I have to wait a week. You can write it down. I do that for all sorts of things, like when I have anything important that I'm doing, like medical or otherwise, I always make sure to write down like literally everything that I want to talk to the professional about, so that I have it written down and then I can kind of like prioritize from there. Wait, but what if I want to go do purgatory again? I was giving a lesson on vertical planting the other day and I was talking about watering and how trickle down watering doesn't work and hurts a lot of the plants, to which someone in my class went, "It's like economics." I started laughing so hard I had to pause. That's valid though. That's so valid. I did. It filled like 7 journal pages with it. Did not get me out of the mire, unfortunately. No, it won't always get you out of the mire. I do wish you luck. Take care of yourself always. Hello, I'm here to fight you again, Leshy. Stop making that noise at me. How'd I do that? How'd I do that? I feel my therapist with existential dread and he has to see his own therapist. Well, I mean, I think any good therapist should have a therapist. Gamed really had Harad. Fuck it. Ow. Whee. There we go. I think it specifically made me laugh as well because they were all acting like 5th graders age range I was directing lesson at, so the college student pitching her voice going, like, economics in the most innocent way they could. No, makes sense. It makes me feel bad, but he assures me it's fine. I don't think you need to feel bad about it. I think it's a very human thing to be empathetic about causing problems like that.
Blah.
Hey, dude, take care of yourself too. My therapist was a Homestuck, so she definitely sees a therapist. I've never met a Homestuck fan who has never needed therapy. Is it possible to no longer be Homestuck? I wish? Hope? Something. Ow. Come on, I can beat the spider if I can just beat this. Okay, I'm fine. Can I be free of Homestuck one day? Never mind, I'd have to, I don't think I ever can be. I don't think I'd have to rebrand. I'd have to rebrand. I couldn't be Trader Valkyrie if I was free from Homestuck. Oh god. I can't think of usernames that aren't blank blank words like Homestuck. Okay, I'm fine. I'm normal. When I was preggo, he said I made him want to take up heroin use. I think jokingly. I hope jokingly. I always wish I had more time with the therapist. We only got to one of the topics I wanted to talk about today. We didn't even really fully finish that discussion. I feel like that's an always issue for therapy. Like, no matter, it's one of those things, like, no matter how hard you try sometimes, you just need more time. Come on. Okay, we're fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a gamer. I've gamed. I've gamed so hard. I'm winning. Okay, time to gamble. I think sometimes talking to a therapist is like talking with that one friend that you can always talk about anything with. It's not the same relationship-wise, but like it's the same sort of thing of like where you have a conversation but you never finish up every topic that you want to, and that's why you can go back and talk to them frequently. Not 100% the same, but it's like in the same vein. No, Dwelling Confined is not going to be my username, and it's just Homestuck. It's just Homestuck. Not really the same for me. No, I understand that it's not exactly the same. I think I mean it more in the like, you can always go back and there's always more to talk about kind of thing. House free. Not this economy. However, I find that every friend there reaches a point where I just don't know what to talk about anymore and sit there in silence. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have quiet moments with friends. You don't have to talk about everything for forever. But like, I have a coworker who we go on fairly frequent walks, because both of us need to get out of our chairs because we sit for too long and it winds up being like a pain. And we'll just like start rambling about whatever it is that's been like on our mind. And if that one day there's nothing on our mind, there's nothing on our mind. We don't try to like force the conversation and we'll just do our walk. I guess I can get married to people. I don't want to get married to people. Marriage is an option, I guess. Not one I want, but it's there. Stop it. Okay, can I bring somebody back from the dead? I can bring back the snow lamb? Surely I can't keep the snow lamb, though. Let's bring back this Dave. I also find that it's useful to have different friends to talk about different things with. So, like, my work friends don't get to hear a whole bunch of the outside of work stories. And there are some work stories that will never make it outside of the confines of work. So, it's one of those things of like, you kind of have to like pick and choose some of your battles there. Not battles, you know what I mean though. I want to talk, I just never have anything to say. IDK, I just have feelings about it. I want to yap, but often just lose the ability to yap. Have you tried... Nope, don't say heroin. That's not the correct sentence you're looking for, brain. That's very far from the correct sentence that you're trying to think about. I don't know, it kind of depends on the friends. I know that there's a number of like people out there, and I guess I'm in there, where I don't mind an amount of silence. Leshy. And being able to be in silent places, like literally just sit with a friend for like an hour and just like be in the same space. Even if it's in like a VC, it still means something to be able to sit there and feel comfortable being silent. And if you're worried about it, you can always just ask and be like, hey, I feel like this is too quiet. I don't know exactly how to fix the problem. And there is a vulnerability in asking that question out loud, but like, you know, it is no longer winter. Fuck you, Midas. I'm gonna kill that man. That man's mulch. I'm destroying him. Hi, crocodile. There are folks who are starving and have no. Okay, I guess we can accept them, even though I don't know if you guys have food. It's fine. Hi, Dave. Wait, we have new forms. Snake. Sorry, nobody gets a choice anymore. It's a snake. That's a snake. Hi, Dave. Welcome, Dave. Your name, Dave. I have other new forms. What other new forms have we collected? Snail. No, you can't be pink snail. You can be light pink snail. That is correct. Snake and snail. Snake and snail. Snake and snail. Hello. I knew you could do it. You truly are divine. You're level 12 now. Okay, so they've been given food. They're doing okay. Everybody's doing fine. Snake. You can't combine snake and snail. Snailk. Knackle. Nope. Snilk. No, that's just snake milk. Okay, everything's fine over here. Okay, tell me about your poetry, my man. Blessed Lamb, please listen to my poem. Shamra, Mad General now gone, for the bishop's none will mourn. Yes, beautiful, is it not? Wonderful. Hi, River Boy. I would like to inspire you. Okay, you're fine. Snailk doesn't work either? Well, okay, fine. Come up with something better then. I think I just don't have enough friends I hang out with, so I oversaturate the ones I have to the point where I run out of stuff to talk about. Well, okay. In the weirdest way, having friends is like being a streamer. I need you to stick with me here. I need you to stick with me here. This is such a weird way to say this, but it's the only way I can think about it. But I was also thinking about Cutie Cinderella and Nick talking about streamers on the one podcast. And so I've just been thinking about this all day. So my brain is already here.
Snake.
Hello.
Snacky.
Oh, God. I hate it here. Okay. So streamers become not unrelatable but boring when they stop doing things that are relatable. Which is to say, if you are not out there also living life, it's sometimes really hard to have conversations with people because you're not out there doing other things with your life, and so you just don't have anything to say. Again, it's not like the most negative thing, but when you do have just a couple of friends that you go back to really frequently, it's really, really hard to keep up those conversations when you can only do so much in a day. And I am not saying that you need to go out into the wilderness and like be the most exciting person in the world either. You live your life however you want. But it's about doing things or having more conversations to talk about or consuming media to talk about. Like, I truly do think like one of the best things you can do is basically start a book club. Wait, that one's so cute too! I don't need it. Fuck, now I want all of these. I think the best thing for a friend group is basically starting a book club. Unironically. I just think it's a really easy way to always have something to go back to and talk about, even if you're not necessarily super into the book. It gives you something else to talk about when you're running out of conversation topics, because 95% of book clubs are just gonna go talk about, like, other things. They're gonna spend 15 minutes on one thing and then run away and go do something else. And that's completely fine. Yeah, you can do it with music, you can do it with movies, you can do it with art, you can do it with books, you can do it with comics, you can do it with YouTube personalities, you can do it with anything. Come here, Dave. Ooh, turtle. Well done, youngster. A fine ranching specimen. I found a new ranch animal for you too. Turtle. I want turtle. You're coming on walk with me. I can't buy you. Okay, we go back home. I have a friend that we only communicate through music and then the combo expands and still a relationship built on music. Yeah. It's like how there's like very specific friends that I will go to as soon as I hear news about something. I still talk to them about other things, but like the primary thing that I go back to talk to them about are like 1 or 2 topics, and I will go back over and over and over again to talk to them about those topics. It's like how you're my dragon friend, Zier. I see dragons and I immediately think of you, and then I want to send you things and then I forget, or my coworkers don't send it to me and then I can't send it to you. The vile wolf still plagues our mountain. You must cull him, shepherd, so our work may continue. Okay, why is the statue becoming more and more flesh? I don't trust anything. I like his bucket hat. That hurt. Did the ritual work? Yingya, where are you? Please. Wait, put back on your bucket hat. I'm about to start winter. Which I shouldn't have done, but like... eh. Precious lost souls, return to my heart. We will reclaim what was ours. The rot that creeps across the mountain, as we intended. Do not fear it. It serves a great purpose. Yet, you are our shepherd. The rot is yours as it is ours. How will you use it? Oh. Gain faith for each day of rotten followers in the cult. Rotten followers live longer. Ooh, them living longer would be nice. You are worthy shepherd to our legacy. You see the purpose of this rod. Yes, when our time comes, your dedication will not waver. Doctrine is declared, one of many. Winter doctrines await you at your temple. Use them to shape the minds of your flock, my shepherd. Okay. No. Oh, it didn't start it. Never mind. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. I'm going up here. I'm scared of this axe, but I kind of want to go touch the axe. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be the executioner. Oh no, I shouldn't have come here. I've made a mistake. It's fine. 1 molten heart. Leave a trail of icy spikes when dodging. 10 fervor when hit. When hit down to half heart, all enemies will be dealt 2 damage. I don't know. Human relationships are complicated and weird, and if you're ever confused or don't know how to deal with it, just know that nobody knows how to deal with it. Anybody that says they've got things figured out is lying. Well, maybe not lying, but you know. Anybody who says they've got it completely figured out 100% of the time is probably not being 100% truthful to you. or themselves. Yeah, I'll take that. Relationships are weird, no matter what form they take and what they are. You can have wonderfully productive relationships with coworkers and have a tough time dealing with friends that you've known since the age of 8. It's one of those things where it's never going to be a perfect time. And there's going to be some friends that you mesh with better. There's going to be some friends that you have a tougher... What the fuck are you doing here? Eons agone, these lands were rife with gods and their adherents. What befell this pantheon? Alas. Few left, few slept. Many were devoured. 'Tis the nature of gods to consume. Cannibalism. Yingia loved her flock deeply. She feared without her they would be lost. Lambs crave leading, sans thyself, god of death. Now that love hath transposed to hate, 'tis a shame she was the purest of souls once. Okay, well that's not ominous. Yeah, I'm just still trying to figure out how to recover from always having a dearth of relationships in my life up until the point. Up until this point, it's honestly part of why the rats are so important to me. Take it one day at a time. I mean, that's all any of us can ever really do, is take it one day at a time. Some relationships will ebb and flow. Sometimes you'll fight with people you didn't think you would. Ow. I took a lot of hits. I'm time, I take. Are you taking kneecaps? Is that what you're taking? I'm stuck on an invisible wall. Don't smile at me like that. Are you taking the kneecaps again? Could get more sin. Then I'd have to fight. I don't know what the fuck is happening there. What do I want? I kind of want a follower, but I don't really need a follower. There's also clothing options on this. I think I need to go up this side. I want to know what the clothing is. Just have a lack of relationships with other people IRL, and fixing that is really, really hard. Yeah, no, it is. It is hard. It's hard for multiple reasons. And I'm not saying it's impossible to make friends, but like, okay. I live in Seattle. Seattle is very well known for what is known as the Seattle Freeze, where basically nobody talks to anybody. Ever. Ooh. It's just like a thing that everybody deals with. So it's been one of those things where, like, if I did not have a job, or if I had not had jobs, I would not have a good way to deal with finding friends as an adult. But as an adult, I also have, in order to cope with the Seattle Freeze shenanigans, I do a really concerted effort of building friendships with the people I work with in the hopes that when I leave or they leave or we both get fired, whatever happens, I can then message that person and be like, hey, shit sucked. Do you want to go get a coffee and just chat about everything? And that works, like, I want to say like a good hold on, how many friends have I made from work that I've actually kept in contact with more than a couple years? It's worked for about like half a dozen people. A couple more than that on and off that I talk to very, very infrequently. But like about 6 people it has worked with where I've been able to build a friendship that like I can go and talk to them about whatever now. And it's not easy. Why are you here and why are you wearing this? Okay. Can I have free outfit design? The other thing about that, though, is that I've been really lucky that I've worked in places that I have really clicked with the other people there ideologically wise. That doesn't always happen where you work. Okay, bye. I mean, even when I visited other places further north or more west, nobody talks to other people, whereas here, people here will just invite themselves into conversation with you. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just a Northwest thing. We don't talk. We say that we're nice, and then we won't look you in the eye when something is going wrong. Ow. Jesus. Okay. It's fair, I struggle a lot with making connections with people. So, this is gonna sound real stupid. This is gonna sound real stupid. The best piece of advice I can give you won't work for you. Because I need you to understand what I was like as a child when I say this. When I was a child, and like, my parents would take me on vacation somewhere in the world, usually it was like a national park or something, I would see a kid around my age, I would approach them, I would say hello, and then I would ask them, do they want to play? And then we'd go do something. Or, in the case of the time that my parents took me to London, I think a kid walked up to me and said, hello, and then I said, because they had a British accent, I said, you talk funny. And then they said back to me, you talk funny. And then we went, do you want to play? And then both of us ran off and started playing. So just know that that was the kind of child that I was. Like, I'm a reserved introvert, but if I see a friend my age or somebody in my class struggling, I would go out of my way to go help them. So the best thing that I've ever done for myself is just tell me to be child me and just go say, hi, do you want to play? But not the words, do you want to play? Just be like, hi. Here's this thing that I noticed that you're doing that I also appreciate. Do you want to talk about it? And then just go from there. And I'm not gonna lie, 9 times out of 10, that is enough. He is dead. Man, I'm sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Okay, this way. I'll take this one. Yeah, I've never been the kind to just approach people, which definitely hasn't helped me. I think doing things, because you said that you've been doing a writing group on Mondays, right? I honestly think probably your writing group is probably some of the best places to get started with finding more local friends that are into some of the same kind of stuff. Literally find the people that are writing things that you enjoy and then just go talk to them. Because then you already have a common subject to talk about, which is the writing process. And then you can lament about it or whatever, and then you can ask about their inspirations and things like that. Actually, was it last week's episode? Oh no, what was it? So I watch, Sad Boys, which is, Jarvis and Jordan. And then I think they have a producer and somebody else that chimes in on the show. And they were talking about making friends as an adult in a recent episode. I will have to go look it up and make sure that it's the episode that I was thinking about. And I think, unironically, Jordan gave the piece of advice of just, you have to earnestly chase after a hobby and make that third place yourself. And it's not a joke. Like, that's actually some of the best advice I've ever heard. Because those third places just straight up don't exist. So unless you're willing to make it yourself, it's so hard. Time? Time? What do you mean Pilza dies in 2 days? Are we predicting his death just like we were predicting, Ted Nivison's death? Are we doing this again? I don't like how spooky it is in here. I followed them here, the lamb spirits who did not go to death. I don't know what called them here. I made graves, lay flowers down. I would have done the same for you. But you did not die. You came back so full of rage. Please, I did not want this task. I had no choice and now my soul is damned. Ruined. All those slaughtered lambs, I still hear their cries. I can still smell their blood. Well, you yelled, but then your text took a little bit longer. Leave me alone. Oh! Oh. Oh. Okay, so we're just gonna pause here for a moment. Ads start in 3 minutes. It feels like won't be able to collab in 2 days. Do you remember the courtroom Sorry Boys video at the end? They do the flash forward, and on April 2nd, 2026, Phil dies choking, I think, on a sausage roll. You know what? I don't remember that, but that does sound like something that would happen to Phil. Oh yeah, Philza can't go on the QSMP anymore. Did you guys see what was happening on the QSMP? Okay, no, I don't want to do this right now. I need a moment. I need a moment. We're gonna wait for the ads to happen. Oh my god. On the QSMP, they introduced an egg named Nacho. Phil can't join the server anymore. There's lore. He's gonna see that egg and punt it to the sun. Apparently Foolish tried to fight it immediately upon seeing it. Which, if I recall, Foolish just tried to fight everybody's eggs all of the time for no reason. So, like, this does not surprise me and is not new behavior. But I think Phil might actually try to punt the egg to the sun if the egg tries to interact with him. So I think that Phil's going to be working on Project BioShock for like a while, which is fine by me because it's really funny. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's going wrong. Anyways, I don't know if anything I've said is helpful, and I know that it's stressful to make new friends, and just know that although online, I believe fervently that online relationships will never completely 100% replace IRL connections, I am happy that you have found a place with the rats that helps you get some of that social interaction that you do need in your regular life. And I feel this way for everybody. I think there should be a healthy mix of online and offline relationships. You can never subsist on one alone at this point. Well, maybe you could subsist off of just IRL relationships, but I think you would miss out on many parts of the world with just the people immediately within your vicinity. I think at this point in time, literally having a mix of online and offline relationships is important. I do. I think that our ability to connect across the internet is something that we shouldn't 100% cut out of our lives entirely. I think that it is still valuable in a way. So you could technically survive without it, but I think you would live a much less colorful life if you don't connect with people from around the world. I also, and this might be a hot topic, I also think you should read books by people you disagree with. Maybe not all of them and not all the time, but I think that a lot of people get stuck in not just reading trash books, but reading trash books that reinforce a way that they think, and then they never break out of it. And I think about this constantly. Or subject matter you might not be into. Yes. Also, ads are happening. We're gonna stay and sit here and talk about books for a second. I just think it's really important to get outside of those zones. I don't know how interesting this will be to the rats, but there's a former general from the army who's done a lot of stuff with leadership in the private sector since. I forget his last name, and the book isn't next to me. But he has a book called On Character, which is more or less just a number of short, reflective essays where he talks about parts of his life and what he thinks is important in life and what he thinks is a reflection of himself in life. Do I like the military? Sometimes no. But I do think it's important to listen to some of those things. Because even though he talks about things and I'm like, okay, well, you talked about, like, civil rights, but ignored this part of civil rights in this 3-page essay. So I have some qualms with the way that you're saying parts of this already, but the points that you bring up are also equally important. And it's good to just know that you're not as different from every single person out there. Even when you disagree vehemently on some issues, you're not that different from those people. But I don't want to read the AI devlogs. That's not a book. I don't even think I considered the AI devlogs writing. Actually, hold on. Now we've brought up AI and I'm thinking about books. Do you want to know the shittiest thing about what's going on with the Anthropic? Do you want to know? I need to send the link to the Substack article that Catherine M. Valente wrote, but do you want to know the shittiest part of everything that's going on with the Anthropic lawsuit from the authors? Which was where all of the authors were suing Anthropic for using their books without permission. The system that the devs made to deal with the claims that were coming in was obviously made with AI. Somebody... Hi, Anne. Do you have opinions? Okay. Somebody who was trying to get to their claim reached out to Anthropic and was like, hey, I want to make sure that this went through because I never got, I think it was like an email. I never got an email. And by the end of the interaction, they discovered that this author had 2 different claim IDs, and the 2 different claim IDs had different pieces of information attached to them. For no reason. And that is one author who is in this lawsuit. And there's a lot of authors who have submitted claims to this lawsuit. I am flabbergasted that this is not getting handled any better than it is. What are you screaming about? What? Are you having big feelings about AI? I don't like the way she stared at me when I said that. Oh god. Ma'am, why are you doing this? Are you gonna use them again as props? Ooh. Oh, wait, no. I'm having big feelings in general, but not about AI. You know, that's valid too. Life is a beach and Trader won't let me eat the sand. No! They can't get that right. A literal legal matter that is life or death for the company, and yet we're told to use it or get left behind. It's so stupid. I also saw that Tesla AutoCab thingy admitted in court filing that people are driving the taxis remotely. Waymo admitted to it. Waymo was saying that people in the Philippines were driving the cars. Which, this is just a repeat of the Amazon Go situation, where it was literally people in India using the cameras to locate what people were buying. We're repeating the same things again. I'm also having big feelings, but less than yesterday, which is nice, yes. Also, Sam Altman didn't actually purchase any RAM, supposedly. Yeah, the letters of intent thing. I know Horse was talking about it in the Voidling Discord today. I looked at it later, and it's insane. I think I'm going to take a break from Borderlands and fry potato. You know what? I think there's nothing better that you could be doing. Tried to be swift to end the fear and suffering as quickly as I could. Lay down your head, close your eyes. When you open them, you will be home. Okay. So much of the economy is just scams. Yeah. We follow the gods, we are punished, we disobey, and we are punished. We damn ourselves to suffering, to toxic exile, we are punished. I do not want to live like this anymore. Ow. I did it. She's fine. Oh. Maybe she's not fine.
Oh
An eye for an eye, the bishops decreed. Twice I resisted. I only had 2 eyes to lose. Do as you see fit. I am no stranger to the punishment of gods. We're gonna pardon her. We're gonna pardon her. I'm not gonna kill her. Why? Why would you let me live? After everything, after all, I don't understand. She has a name! What kind of god are you? Confusing. Dave-centric. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate all the advice tonight. I've really gotta, all I've really got, though, is that I've just gotta do my best to keep on keeping on. The struggle, but I got fucked over in a lot of ways. I just gotta deal. It's not even just that, it's... There is always hope for tomorrow. Even when today sucks, tomorrow will be there. And you can always try again tomorrow. Why am I here? Ooh. Ooh. Oh god. Are you guys good? I'm just gonna assume you're good. I don't know what you like. You get more grass. Can I buy turtle? I want turtle. I mean, that's life. The biggest problem is that people are incredibly varied. Yeah. Fuck, there's no turtle here. This sucks. I can't get your thing yet. I could buy this person. I'm buying this person. There's something wrong with them and I want to know what it is. They had an aura about them and I want to know what it was going to do to people. What's that? Hold on. The great-grandchild of this follower will receive the chosen child trait. What? Okay, wait, great-grandchild, so that's 3 children down. Do I now have to just... Okay, I don't like the phrase I have to breed the Daves, but somehow that is the correct thing. They get to be an owl. No, I don't want to give them robes. Blue. When I was in college, I thought, hey, I have auditory problems and I don't like crowds and lots of people talking, so I got a job bartending. You do not know where roads will lead. Yeah. You motherfucker. How do I learn how to make a wolf trap so I can kill Midas? How do I kill that man? I raised him from the dead. How do I kill him? New followers around here have grown too used to a certain way of living. Strife creates character. I think simple meals for a while, don't you? Sure. Berries. Life sucks, but sometimes you find some cool people who make it suck a little bit less. That's all I got. Life sucks, but waffles exist. Something special about me and I want to pass it on. Would you let me to use the mating tent? Yeah, I'll give you, you can have children. Not you. Surely this is fine. Okay, I guess we go put that man in the mating tent. Okay, Dave. Where are you? I don't want that, Dave. Also, there's this great scene from the Fargo series where a man talks about maps, how maps used to say there'd be dragons here and they don't anymore. There are some roads you should not go down. Okay, but if there's dragons down that road, can we go down that road? I want to see the dragons. I got stabbed outside the bar. Okay, Star. What I'm learning is that no one should work outside of a bar. I want moss. Are you guys going to have child? Child! Whoop. Wait. Pet the egg. Go bet. Not that. Interact. Okay. You joined my cult and immediately had a child. I don't know what that says about you. Go bed. Where's the other man that was yelling at me? Where'd he go? Oh, right here. One less temptation for the tempted. Okay. Sure. Right here. Ah! Cookie my potat. Hell yeah. Yeah, but I just have to keep trying to get myself out to stuff and hope I manage to squeeze friendship from a stone eventually. You will. You'll find it in places you don't expect. You'll find it in people that maybe you've talked to once or twice, and then you'll, like, one day be like, wait, hold on a second. You could be a friend. You're friend-shaped. I think the important part is also to accept friendship in all of its different forms, like Star is saying. Not everyone can be like your BFF. Some people you just have to have coffee with. Yeah, there's friends out there that you will just... You will go to coffee with them like once or twice a year, and that will be the majority of your interactions with them. And there's no shame in that. There's a dead man in here. I fixed it. Can I sneak in a sermon really quick? I've never actually gotten coffee with someone before. You should do it. If you have someone that you're like... You just haven't talked to a ton outside of like a certain context, just be like, do you want to get coffee sometime and just chat? Some people will take that as you're trying to like go on a date or something. It's not. It's fine. Some friends do not have the level of thought to connect in that way. Yeah, they don't sometimes. Spider. Why are you stealing poop? Stop stealing poop. I want to go to Purgatory. Getting a coffee does not mean acquiring coffee. For some people it does. If I say I want to go up for coffee, I want to get coffee. I also want to chat, but I like coffee. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I've made a mistake. This is fine. I met a potential friend at work today. Hell yeah. Okay, what did I get? Bomb when hit, immune to poison. When down to half a heart, all enemies will be dealt 3 damage. Increases chance to spawn better chests. Okay. Sure. Kofefe. No. Wifey. Hi, Beelzebub. I keep forgetting how your attacks go. Ow. That's fine. Can I have... Nope, none of these are better, but I will take this one because I like eyes. Nope, go back. Totally random, but asking someone if they want to come in for coffee means something totally different. Yes. Yes, it does. Don't... It very much does. Ugh. However, when I ask somebody if they want to get dicks, it is just getting burgers. I learned that the hard way. Oh no. One person was even suggested getting a coffee together, never sent me a follow-up text when I responded affirmatively, so sometimes you have to ask again. I know I am, so there's something wrong with me. We know this. But sometimes I answer in my head. But I never follow up with the plans because in my head I scheduled them. I didn't. But in my head I did. And that's just a thing I should stop doing, but it is unfortunately the way that I am. I want none of these. Actually, I'll take this one. And so sometimes I have to, this reminds me that I didn't answer somebody who sent me a message the other day. Whoopsie daisy. Sometimes I have to like put down on my to-do list of things of answer messages. Because sometimes I just don't. Ow. I'll probably have to take the heal room when I get it. Oh. Here we go. My wife yells at me because she knows I answered her in my head and I walked away thinking I expressed the thought to her. Yeah. I'm a problem to myself. Yeah. A patat form of hashed brown is ready. I love hash browns. God damn it. Now I want hash browns. Ew. I can deal with this one. Nope, I can't do it. Never mind. I'll mail them to you, trader, no worries. Can you fax them instead? Please and thank. Can I can gamble. I can gamble! I can gamble once. Gamble, 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 gamble. What happens when I finish these? What happens to me then? Go look up a fax tutorial? Okay, that's horrifying to think about. I think I need to buy more seeds. I also need to make food. Are the chests full? Okay, that's now on somebody's queue. I go fishing. I need to do drum circle as soon as everybody wakes up. And get them all drunk. Did you know potatoes are a nightshade? I did, but I only knew that because I know of people that have gotten, that have nightshade allergies that didn't realize it, but then had reactions to potatoes. And one of the first things their doctor tested was for nightshade. They also didn't like tomatoes, just in general, so they hadn't really eaten many tomatoes, so if they got sick, they didn't notice that it was associated. Did you know sweet potatoes are not? I did, because they're weird. No, not you. I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to look at the egg. Why are you guys fighting? Are you not fighting? What's happening down here? You're all fine. You're all drunk. That's fine. You're all drunk, come to church. Maybe that's not how I should be playing this game, but that's how I'm playing this game. It's fine. I can only imagine liquid hash brown slowly excreting from an office printer's page out slot. Okay, I hate that Ether said that, and now I have to remember that that exists. That is an eldritch horror. That's body horror. Hi, I see.
Oh, I thought I redeemed the short amount of time reminder last stream. Oops.
Welcome. I hope you're doing well, Icy. What if I raise somebody from the dead? The drunk people. It's so funny. Let's bring back a rotten follower. Yep, you're all drunk still. I'm gonna kill Midas. I'm gonna kill Midas. I'm gonna kill that man. That man can perish. You. I think it might be eat time. Have good sleep time. Take care of yourself. Get good sleep. Yag.
Unthimes your zone.
Nope, I don't know what I was gonna say in return to that. Bye time, take care of yourself, good sleep, all that jazz. No, I don't want to send anybody anywhere. My animals! Here. Berry. Do you like berry? Do you want berry? I give you berry? I give you berry. I need more seeds. Oh, hi! I'm not befuddled. You are, I promise, I swear, cross my foot. Okay. Okay. You can have undies as your nuts. Ooh, I could go back to purgatory almost immediately. Okay, but what if I go back to purgatory? What if I do it? What if I go to purgatory? What if that's how I end stream? Not with doing anything productive, but just sending myself back to purgatory again. Who would stop me? No one. Actually, you know what we should do is check and see what that other lamb was doing and if they need anything or if I need to build something for them. Where'd they go? They went this way. Nope, they're gone forever. No, you're right here. Hello. Oh, well, look what happened to my forge. How am I gonna smith without a forge? Fuck, I don't have enough for you. Okay. Declare new winter doctrine from temple. But what if I don't wanna? I'll do it anyways. Nope. Wait. You're from here? I don't have one to declare though. What do you want from me? Oh, fine. I need to get the commitment stone fragments again. That's what I'm missing. You know what else I need to do? I need to go to the man in the not Spore Blossom. That's the Minecraft thing. Spore Grotto. You're back here. Hello, buddy. If you find any witnesses, bring their eyes to me and I'll give you something good. Okay. Do you want this weird putrid eye? Is that a witness eye? It looks a bit peculiar. Perfect. See, if you dry them out, grind them to powder, well, I won't go into detail. In the meantime, take this. I buy and sell all sorts of potent things, and this one might be useful to you. Ew. If you find another rotten eye of the witness, I'll take it. But remember, if anyone asks me about me and witness eyes, you don't know anything. Okay. That's not horrifying. What's going on over here? Why is there a notification to go to the Lonely Shack? Oh, Lammy, good to see you. Good to see Lammy, isn't it, Bob? What's that, Bop? You want to go see Barrett? I don't think I can take you, Bop. I've got to win my hand back from Shroomy. But I reckon our Lammy here wouldn't mind, would you? Huh? Okay. I have a worm in my pocket now, everybody. Surely nothing bad will happen to me for having a worm in my pocket. The mountain looks fine. That mountain over there looks real good. Like it's gonna consume everything. It's fine. Does Egg need attention now? Yes. Egg get attention now. Okay, to the mountains with ye. I guess we get the wool? The rot mouth. Why is it always a blunderbuss? Why must the game torture me so? Why give me gun? It's fine, I'll live. Everything will be fine. It's fine. I just have gun. Ow. Wait, hold on. Do I like gun now? I feel like fighting with gun has suddenly felt a lot nicer. Oh no. Do I not hate the blunderbuss? Am I changing as a human being and growing and evolving? That's cringe. It's not, but we can pretend. Ah. Oh, severe weather comes tomorrow. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I'm good at video games. I'm not struggling. Everything is fine. I can think about other subjects and talk about multiple things at once. What the fuck is that? Okay, I want more sin. Nope, never mind. I came to the moth strip club and all of the thoughts exited my brain. Moth strip club? It's a moth strip club. Do you not see the moth strippers? Who you can't kill, because we all know that moth strippers are immortal. Can I talk to them? Oh, sweet thing, isn't this grand? I finally found it, my purpose. Have you found yours? You should take this, perhaps it will allow you to shine as I shine. Did I get to learn how to make a stripper? Okay. I've learned how to make a bathing suit for my followers. Which is a choice. Chili house. Flesh farmer. Okay. Who is this? Do I get to learn how to make a stripper? Can I fight you? No. You know, to be honest, I would say that again, but about wood stripper items for Minecraft. If they made a wood cutting table in Minecraft that let me strip logs, I would be fine. I'd be fine in normal. I know that equation. Okay, star. Wee. Okay. I'll take that item. I don't think there's any reason to not take the item when I don't have that item. Like it didn't axe. Ooh, I could freeze things actually. Okay, we'll go back up and grab this room before we continue on, just to make sure that we have everything that's super important. Hi! Strange, I've not seen this kind of place, nor similar in my long life. Yet I'm unconcerned. I have yet to encounter any material nor beast that cannot be cut by my weapons. That man said, I'm in a weird place, but like, it's fine. I don't care. That evil, wacky arm inflatable tube man was scary. I don't like the weird flaily ones. I can't believe they're making me do puzzles. How do I... Ah. I don't like the flesh statues. Or walls. Or decorations. Regrowth necklace? Sin. Regrowth necklace, because what the fuck is a regrowth necklace? Follower will survive a natural death. Necklace will be destroyed after. I can get a totem of undying for my followers? That's sick. I'm putting it on Dave. I'm putting it on Dave immediately. Where are they? Where's Dave? You already have a necklace, don't you? No, I can give it to you. Wonderful. Okay, everybody is starving. So let's go ahead and make some food for them. No, it's not gonna work. You know what? Let's just make a whole bunch of stuff. We'll also add some berry meals in here. You motherfucker. Okay, I have 10 minutes left of stream. I don't think I have anything else productive that I could necessarily get done. So instead of doing anything productive, I'm gonna go do purgatory. Have a good lurk, Basil. We're going to do purgatory. I think I can do this. We're gonna try one more at this run, and then if I die, I die, and then that's just how I know that I need to give up on stream. Give up on stream? No, give up for the night. Ooh, gay. Curses consume 75% less fervor, environmental traps no longer cause damage, higher chance of relic spawning, and rolling it into an enemy will damage them. That's not a bad spread. So let's go and see how it does. I'm horrible at video games. Cool. Dead. We're gonna take that one because that's gonna be better for healing. Which is really what we'll care about. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. All I know is that I know how to fight Leshy and that I know how to be a regular guy. I'm a regular guy. I can walk into a boss battle and not worry about it. See? I'm a regular guy. I know how to kill God. Maybe even multiple gods. Let's do that one. I just had 6 stacks of Echo from, in Slay the Spire. That reminds me, I need to go ask some of my coworkers when they want to play Slay the Spire, because they wanted to, and then we've not been in on the same day to actually talk about playing the video game. Not at work, to be clear, just to play it in general. Poof. I've stolen a tooth. Time to fight whatever their name is. It's Hecate. That's fine. You'd be better at the video game, man. Come on. I can sit here and farm you. Can I get one more half heart? So I can have 2 hearts. Never mind. Okay, it's fine. Good enough. Onwards. I can just get health. Oh my god, I'm just gonna get health. Oh, I can just get health. Oh, the game loves me. Oh, the game does love me. Okay, now I have extra hearts. Okay, I can fight a squid. E. Ow. We're fine. Look, we're fine. I have only 1 half heart missing from all of my total hearts so far. We're doing great. And then I can go to the store instead of fighting another boss. And then I can go steal. We'll do the spirit heart. Bye-bye. Ooh, I can get upgraded weapons too after this one. Oh my god, I can do this. I can do it. I'm a god gamer. I can play a video game. Oh, you're about to jump. I don't think that hit you. That's fine. 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 That was a good job, me. I did a good job. Surely I can fight Narinder again. Let's commit a little bit of arson. Okay, we're fine. We can do this. We can fight Narinder. I definitely haven't done this in several weeks, and there's definitely no way that my muscle memory of how to fight Narinder and Ball and everybody would be bad. We're fine. Hi, Beam. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're just a couple of hearts down. There's no big deal here. It's fine. We're fine. Look, my people are fine. Fighting God is easy. We're fine. We're fine. I'm gonna snooze the ends just for a second. I'm fine. I remember how to beat this boss. Why did I do this right at the end of stream? Why did I think that this was a good idea to do? Why am I like this? Okay. It's fine. I just don't have anything that I would normally have access to when I did this battle. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Okay, give me another eye. Come on. What the fuck is happening? If I just stand right here, nothing happens. Okay, I killed God again. Fun fact that I've just learned today, the other eyes are still there under the floor apparently. And if they have status effects, you'll just see them for forever. Which is Fascinating. I did it. How many gamble do I get? 2 gamble? Oh my god, I get 2 gamble. Oh, it works both ways. I get to gamble and I get 2 gamble. Hold on, I'm gonna gamble and then we'll put whoever is sick in the medical tent and then I will end stream. Gambling's very important to me though. I need to gamble. That's not what I wanted. That's bullshit right there. Give me fun things. Give me a funky shape for my followers. That's not it either. Not fun. How lame. Oh well. We can ignore that. We can deal with winter the next time we play. It will be fine. Everything is good. We fixed the dog. Okay. Now that we have fixed the dog, we save the game and then we quit the game. And when we quit the game, we accept that we are quitting the game. And then the game closes immediately because the game loves me. Okay. Well, thank you guys for stream. I'm glad that you guys were down for the rambling and talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I started stream with my brain in the clouds, and I've ended it feeling very grounded, which is very nice. So now I'm gonna go read 100 pages of this book again and then try to sleep so that I can go to work tomorrow, and surely that will end up fine. I'm not gonna go read. Well, I might read a little bit. No, I'm not going to go read. I'm gonna go away now. I'm going to leave. Whatever happens after that, happens after that. But I appreciate you guys very much. I hope that all of you know that even though I cannot be there personally for every single person in the community, I hope that you guys always know that I am wishing the best for every single person that passes through the stream, whether you sit here and talk forever, or whether you just pass through and you hear me ramble for 5 minutes. Whatever it is, I hope that this is a bright spot in your day. The world is crazy enough. Life is hard enough. I hope that every now and then, even when I dive into deeper subjects, this can be a little bit of an escape from many other things. Or at least an entertaining way to spend 20 minutes. But regardless, please take care of yourselves, drink water, eat food, take a shower, take your meds, get outside, touch some grass, spend some time running around out in the world, away from your desk, away from your computer. Make sure that you're balancing the IRL and the offline, or the IRL and the online parts of your life. I think you can do both in moderation, and I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Take care of yourselves. I will see you guys on Thursday for more Cult of the Lamb. Bye-bye!
Bookmares.